1 second.
Wait, so are we supposed to be on the trial now?
Okay.
No, we're still investigating.
We're investigating.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
it did the
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Hold
Okay.
on. My bad. It does this thing whenever I start recording with OBS and it just like opens up my browser and I'm like, why? But yeah, so we're continuing our investigation here in this session. I believe we had to go back into the garden to find Byakuya and get the keys to Kyoko's room.
That's right.
Think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go. You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well. Let's go.
Oh, I totally forgot.
Wait for me!
We're like super sus right now.
Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on the way to the dorms.
Bad time to get a cold.
COVID. Yeah, COVID, man.
Huh?
I told you that Johnson & Johnson was risky. Well then, here we go.
Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... click.
And it's open.
Looks like it is, thanks. Okay. So this is Kyoko's room. Mysterious journal. Oh wait, what is that? It's like a tile. There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration?
What's that? What purpose does it serve?
Why would I know? I think it's probably a key. Why do I know that? The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for lockers.
I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse.
No,
I take golden showers, bitch.
Okay. So I've seen the ones he's talking about, but I've never seen like giant block keys like that.
Come on.
That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
Certainly possible. But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks.
Really? What?
Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to.
The dojo? The block key has been added. Maybe something under the bed. Here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here. At least, not as far as the case is concerned. Here's the bathroom. Just find of certain articles hanging out to dry. I better not look inside. I'm not being very thorough. It's like literally just checked your desk. Alright, it's good.
What? You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for?
Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue. Clue that might help us to understand Kyoko.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here?
Sorry.
Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here.
More concrete? Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true. Consider the symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it. If something ever happens to me.
Sure, I have it here somewhere. Found it.
What's in the envelope?
Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
Well, something has certainly happened, so open it.
Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What? That's all that was in there?
Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be?
Obviously, under the bathroom
Oh man,
sheets.
I don't know.
All I see is like a pink painted, well, partially
Yeah,
painted piece of cardboard.
I just can't tell.
No,
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, like, I have no idea where you're talking.
But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this?
Still nothing.
I found a crumpled piece of paper. Class 78, student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile.
Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key.
Oh.
Nick?
God, so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and B. That's it.
A V?
This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about.
We just like made that like censor stuff.
Yeah.
Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind.
I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search.
Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together and then looked down at the profile sheet. Surprised he didn't just rip it from my hands, to be honest. Name, Mukuro Ikasaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japan media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. It doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other's sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then...
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this.
Huh? You recognize it?
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering.
This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in.
I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Oh, whoa, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero.
Oh, it's you!
What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found her profile?
So, what if we did?
Well, okay, don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it and hid it and betrayed my feelings. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What? Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours.
Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as a school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself.
Oh? So you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course! Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting.
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I'd ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I mean, I was thinking, I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
So when you all first got together in the main hall back then, when there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all.
Misunderstanding? Are you saying...
In other words,
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
yes indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16.
16? Then...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba, she's part of this school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
What? Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. We're #1 on Twitch. And, I don't want to wake up a hurricane of complaints and hate mail,
I'm pretty sure this killing game does not have as many viewers as Ludwig.
Makes sense.
Well now,
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get. So I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you.
Seriously?
hey,
So you know how she wears those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous, ugly scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
What?
Okay, now that's all you get.
Yay, a Monokuma bullet. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand,
See that weird tattoo thing?
the tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said there were scars, right? That's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse.
Are you thinking about Kyoko again?
Huh?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap.
Is trap?
Such ignorance.
God must really have hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us?
Said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that, and why now?
Said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later.
But the mere fact that he said that proved that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair.
Mukuro is related to the case?
Certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko.
What?
That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game.
Mukuro is a killer? She killed Kyoko?
Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit.
Huh? What makes you think that?
We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us?
That's a good point.
So in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit.
So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion.
That's what makes sense to me.
The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is?
Well then, I believe our work here is finished.
Bring back that guitar solo.
Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation.
I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
Well, are you coming?
Man, Byakuya is still with us.
Of course! I'm gonna be shadowing you.
That target seems pretty far away. Kinda have to strain to see it. Better stop, it's starting to give me a headache.
I'll let you go out on your own. What if you're the culprit and you try to hide evidence?
There we go. There are wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. Looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker furthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right?
I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
Well, just try it!
Okay. Take out the wood block key and insert it in the locker's metal lock, and the lock eagerly accepted the key and it opened. Ooh, arrows. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total.
Titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are.
How can you tell the material from look at?
I'm looking at it direct. I have 20/20 vision, dumbass.
You have glasses, so
And
probably
that's why you're
not.
wearing glasses.
These glasses are just used to help me look smarter.
Right.
Like
It's
it's
wearing,
the
um,
molecules of like carbon. Okay.
I feel like you
Of
could probably tell if you like held it.
Of
I
course,
mean, I
without
guess
a bow,
like,
of
different.
course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks.
Strong sticks.
We found a bunch of strong sticks.
Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
If it is, that means it surely must be related to the case.
And this duct tape is related to the case somehow? How could that possibly be involved?
Whoa. Imagine someone taping their wound shut. It sounds
It's
really
feasible. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Something wrong?
Strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that are clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps...
Byakuya?
Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location.
Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir.
Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? How are we supposed to find out about that?
Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something?
Research. Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kinds of info the general public wouldn't have access to.
Go.
We don't have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here.
Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand, and he went straight to the shelf in the back.
Ah, here we go.
Quickly returned with a file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this.
I have no idea what it says. What language is this?
How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French?
I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French.
Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over.
100 times? Isn't that kind of a stream?
You will learn Amazon Web Services, bitch! Fen-
What?
Whoa. That's really funny, actually.
Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct conflict. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, Their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They must have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe they were mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it?
This all sounds like some kind of alternate reality.
Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting.
You look excited. Exciting definitely isn't the word I'd use.
So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir.
Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right?
That's right. It said Fenrir is the wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that you're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
What? I got a tattoo of Fenrir. Could that mean... So fucking obvious.
Yay! Trial time!
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come.
All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
It would seem that way. Let's go.
Welp.
Oh boy.
Music.
Alright.
Whoa. Oh. I see you.
Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Wonder what that means.
I wasn't trying to read your line, I was just surprised.
Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word.
We were investigating, of course. How can you not figure that out by this point?
Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you?
Yeah,
I think that's pretty on brand.
That's
Beautiful.
on brand. for
Yeah,
Toko.
it sounds like Toko in a porn parody.
What? Are you jealous?
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
Stop talking and brace yourself. He'll be here any second.
Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But... we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. Then 5 minutes became 10.
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Maybe he died again.
What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or...?
Or what?
Buddha!
Yeah, what religion is he on? No, did I scare you?
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that?
Take me to your manager.
I feel like Kiro's agnostic, though. He's like very anti
Yeah,
a
it's
greater
weird that
power,
he
right?
just
But
says
he
Jesus. What the
believes,
hell?
but he
He also-
believes in his fortune telling.
He believes in aliens.
Yeah, he's
Or,
pretty much
well, I guess
anti.
yeah. He thinks he's adopted by aliens. That's his
That
real
is-
religion.
Yeah, I know what his
Yeah.
favorite ending in the Silent Hill games is.
What? I made you wait? Oh, no. You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait.
Huh?
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here, now can we?
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've been waiting for you.
Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, then I'll just arrange a punishment right now.
Okay, this is obviously
Me
Kyoko.
you're waiting for. I'm here.
When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
I'm here, and no rule's been broken.
Kyoko!
Yoko, you're still alive?
No, that's a ghost.
Whoa, mama. Stop talking.
I mean, if you want to fight, do it as a class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's minus 10 points for Gryffindor. I mean, you're so selfish. We're spoiled. But you're right. There's no penalty, officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later. But no, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll just be one step just ahead of you.
When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko!
But you really didn't die?
Of course I didn't die.
Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay.
Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us.
Huh?
He's right. Now we've got to deal with the ghost.
I told you to stop talking.
Yes, listen to off-brand Toko there. Now come on, let's just go.
It's not
Whatever we need to
off-brand.
discuss, we can do it during the trial.
It's not off-brand, that's Cajun Toko.
Doesn't sound like Cajun to me.
It's just another of her personalities.
It's just Toko from Arlen.
God, how many personalities do you have?
I got plenty, and you're gonna see more. But before that, Master, wait for me.
Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
I'll be happy when this trial is all over.
One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk with Kyoko before the trial started. Thank you, game, for making me have to select through theoretical. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you, where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms.
the second floor?
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered.
And when did you find out?
Just now, I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I?
So that's why you were late.
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting.
If you're on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
What?
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me.
For her? It's a strange way to put it. This class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Well, if that's all.
Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Oh, Jesus.
Kyoko, why?
Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the doors slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. Can't imagine ever getting used to this mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. Yeah, I don't think anybody would. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. Dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. The tacky room.
Colorful. I've been waiting forever for this. I feel like it's been forever since we've got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs is past. Let's get on with the show.
I swear, everything about those pink drapes in the background is just screams tacky. like they don't even look like an asset. They look like they just took an actual picture of tacky pink drapes, like low res, and just put up in the background.
And so the pink curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Save.
So dramatic, Makoto.
Hey, you did it this time.
Alright,
I'm proud of you.
I know. I really didn't want to.
Alright, cool and composed.
Studies her aim a little during the Hangsman's Gambit.
Okay, that's cool.
Ooh, we have nothing else.
We need more vocabulary.
Yeah, we just got the skill from Byakuya.
I have to socialize some.
Nah.
Nah.
When did socializing ever do good?
Nick.
Yeah, I thought we'd done this. Well, let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the result. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that one that deceived everyone will get to graduate.
Does that make sense? For the new people, does that make sense?
So, I guess. It's like Among Us.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah, I mean,
oh my god,
I don't...
that's a good
That's great.
It took you this long to see the comparison?
The majority vote has to be towards the majority vote has to be towards the person who murdered, or if not,
or everybody else dies.
Yeah, if not, everybody but the murderer dies. So, and they get to leave the school free. Otherwise, yeah.
We're all kind of kidnapped and brought here, so we don't really have
And we're locked in here. All right.
Okay, yeah, we'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right here.
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate from this asshole.
Okay, so I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? And let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. I guess her gloves?
Yeah, pretty much.
Her piercing glare.
That too. Talking about her gloves, they'll give us some insight in the mystery, I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko, but if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to knock out Hero.
Why are you doing this?
I'm glad I could, what is it called again? Non-stop. I could create a whole non-stop debate by myself. That
Maybe the
Kyoko
fake
there
nails.
is just a ghost.
Impossible!
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
Dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves, because that corpse was absolutely Kyoko.
The entire discussion is idiotic.
I know that body isn't Kyoko's, and I know I can prove it. I guess
yeah.
Hero's last statement.
Yeah, it's obviously Hero's statement because.
Is it fake
let's be
nails
honest.
or the
What?
tattoo?
Hero's
I
never
think
run
it's. I think it's
I'm pretty
fake
sure
nails.
I'm pretty sure it was Hina.
There we go.
Yeah, the fake nails. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because I mean, you wouldn't wear gloves with fake nails.
Sure.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? Imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that. Would have been pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Sorry. Geez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
And that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
What? Which should have been obvious. She's standing right here. You dumbass.
Okay, so then who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Guys, ideas on the real victim. Look up.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from here.
Okay, so what if it's Byakuya?
I'm pretty sure it's Byakuya.
Surrounded by idiots.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
It's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body,
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
One thing that can tell us was on the victim's own body. Let's see. We don't read the lines a second time through because it's just kind of redundant. Oh wait, do we? Maybe this one?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, I think that one.
No! We'll have to go through again. Damn it, we've only got 16 minutes! Out of here. What?
Well, okay, maybe it was Hina's.
You guys are
Yeah,
sabotaging me.
they were kind of the same thing. Like both. I don't know if it would be Hina's.
Wait, I guess scorched beyond recognition
I thought it was-
isn't something that you can't.
Well, it's like you're denying that it was scorched beyond recognition.
I thought it was the very last statement, which was the
No,
that there's no
there's
way
no
to
other-
identify
It must be a
Yeah,
Because
contradiction.
there's
Yeah.
no way.
All right.
It's like, it wasn't scorched beyond recognition, she had a tattoo on her right hand. Whatever. Whatever,
Well, she also
yo.
mentioned the face, but anyway.
I think it's the last statement about you.
There we go.
Yeah.
Fine, if you're so smart, you shoot the gun. There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
what? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
A cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
Key to figuring out who this was is a tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh yeah, the design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made it. Her get it to be like, you're my bitch.
The delivery.
Oh my god.
My
Oh
God.
man. Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Whoa, really?
You compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear.
I think it was Mikuru Ukasaba's profile, yeah. Mikuru.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to. I can't talk.
Okay, so...
Oh.
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... Wait. Do I have to do
Gambit,
this?
Gambit?
Really?
Yes.
Can we just say it's a fucking wolf?
No.
Ah.
Again.
It's like...
Where's that?
It's like,
fucking
where's
fucking-
my
Oh, there we
letters?
go.
Lols?
I forgot the English language. That's the most redundant Hangman's Gambit we've done so far.
Hangman's Gambit, still the worst mini game in the series.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge world and a wolf face. He's the child of the trickster god Loki and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo? Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of the wolf, which means that person must have belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Oh, hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed, this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have glass drive?
Yes, farmer from Balin Wonderland. I mean, no. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Gee, who was Mukuro Ikusaba?
Ikusaba.
She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed?
Usually, when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
The real mastermind.
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster, after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a class trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
So, okay, I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. And now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students is taking place. Hammer that point straight into your big old brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then one of us killed Mukuro?
So, there's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
Well, actually, nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what
We
we
gotta-
know, there can only be two suspects.
Yeah, us and
Toko
Kyoko.
and Genocide Jack.
Yeah, that obviously.
I like how they're two separate suspects.
They technically are.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis...
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name. I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Isn't that the point of the trial? Don't yell at me. Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want, somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? Then she went to go get... get the pickaxe.
What time was the body discovered? It's 9 o'clock, right?
I think I remember 9.
Yeah. We got it. We got our heart back. Body must have been discovered at 9 a.m. since that's when Toko went to go get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it?
Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01, you southerner prick.
You're right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah, right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It takes place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, you have any objections? Now would be the time. When did sprinklers turn on?
Let's see... 7:30.
Okay. The body, it said if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have been wet.
Yeah, okay, so... We can invalidate the body wasn't there. It had to get there after 7:30 then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was dry.
So that solidifies our alibi then. Because there's no way we could have moved it after we met up with them. Yeah, see, he's even like, oh, it happens the same time every morning. I think it was.
I love how the game tells
I think it was
us the answer.
Hina's. I think it was Hina's statement.
It might be Byakuya's because his is the one that said the start time.
Come
Oh,
on,
okay.
Makoto. Get it together.
It's all the same. You can contradict both of them with the same. His statement's so shook right now. It knows I'm gonna shoot it. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. Had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been around in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Hold on. I remember this part perfectly.
Get to the point!
The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Oh my god, man.
Good.
You fucking
Lord.
redneck.
No, I'm saying the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Yes. That's exactly what's happening here.
Yes, very much so.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you better tell us why.
Oh, damn, you better.
Makoto's like, I don't even know if I can answer back now. I might as well just give it up and be executed. I need to prove that it was.
Get me away from these weirdos.
Yeah, just end it. I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. Oh, great. I feel like it's a rhythm. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Is this the rhythm game? Yeah, it's a rhythm game, isn't it?
I admit nothing. I hate you to know. I don't know anything.
You don't have to say these because it gets a little ridiculous if you want. If you want, you can.
It repeats a lot, too.
Oh, fair enough. I was gonna say, I already am ridiculous in this.
I kind of love it though.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
I don't know anything.
Somehow make Toko into an endearing character.
Yes, it really does, honestly. Not that the other depictions weren't endearing.
Otherwise, she's just out here having weird fantasies about Byakuya.
Yeah.
Mind break. Just remember what the body was like after the explosion. You'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. Well, she was kind of unconscious after the explosion, but top half the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet. The bottom was completely dry. What a brutal maniac.
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water, but only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really did do it.
That was like a lot of effort for something so simple. So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
Wait, Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko is the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So, are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap of the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
Yeah, we're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time. You're wasting energy. You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
Okay, yep, you got it, boss. Shut up now.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So that was her motive.
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Certain something at the scene was used to cover the body. Could it have been... That's the tarp. Talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
Well, why would they go through all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body... Wait, something's not right.
Covered in blood.
And what might that be?
Can't worry about Kyoko's motivation. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm a killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right? I'm not used to talking in these.
It's because that side was protected from the water, since it was facing down toward the body. Of course it didn't get dirty.
Remember, the blood on the body hadn't dried yet. Yuki even warned us not to touch it to avoid getting any blood on us. Alright, let's see here. What are our bullets here? Body analysis. Fragments near dead body. Explosion is worth the upper half of the body beyond recognition, so that wouldn't really help. Fragments near the body. Oh, it's the bomb. What was the other one? Body before the explosion. Yeah, that's what we're gonna use.
Yeah,
Blood stains around the wound. I think Hira's last statement makes sense to counter. The underside of the tarp was spotless. Let's see. It's because the side was protected from the water. I think it's the next one. Face down towards the body, it didn't get dirty. There we go. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself not to touch it or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it would absolutely have blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
True.
Hold on. Okay, more than that, what if the very blood we saw in the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where could they get something like that?
I know, they could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Blood from right there in the garden, right? Which must mean, the chicken coop.
The chicken.
Oh yeah, because
Oh
one of the chickens was
no!
Yeah, no.
Oh,
you're
Oh no,
gone.
we're right. Could
I
have
forgot
been
about the 4
chicken blood.
chickens.
Hero was like, there are 5.
Chicken blood?
Does anyone want to taste it? To see?
Hero's gonna be like.
I told you it
completely-
was a sign of an omen.
This is gonna destroy Hero. We shouldn't have said anything. When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. After the murder, there were only 4, in the exact same position as yesterday.
Yeah. So you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
Yes.
Man, that's messed up.
The other chickens were so surprised by this, they were stuck in place
were
for the
stuck.
next 10 hours.
They
Move.
couldn't. They were catatonic.
Comatose
Killing a-
chickens.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if. Sorry. I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from around the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps. But even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then cover the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the body, it soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no, I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Fucked.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
I think it's fairly adequate. And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand.
No, not my new girlfriend!
Guy's dead body has been added to the truth bullets.
Best
No,
luck with
these hoes
ladies.
ain't loyal, Makoto. Now anyways, well then, it looks like we're back to square one.
Every time
Yeah,
Makoto
they're
falls in
not
love with somebody, they
I never
die.
thought I'd be mad at my own
First
character.
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man, which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Vote with your hearts.
Ooh,
Vote with the heart of the coin. Really?
Yes. See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Oh,
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
It's gonna get worse. According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
Never seen it.
So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
I sure haven't.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered. Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
I don't want it anyway.
So what to do?
Know what to do?
Oh, that's my
Why
line,
don't
sorry.
you hang on to it, Makoto?
Ruh-roh.
Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah. Oh,
Then why did you hide that fact?
you know, just it didn't seem relevant to the case. It's not that I hid it, it's just couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
Wait, did we just say that out loud? That's like super fun.
No, I think that was our thoughts.
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer.
More circle time.
Wait, maybe the fragments? Wait, is that Hina, I think? Oh.
It's the same.
Assume Hina's talking.
If he did have that knife before then, that seals it. Makoto did it.
Whoops.
You're fine. Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
We've already established the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed. Which means when the knife was thrust through the coat into the body...
Yeah, so that must not have been the fatal weapon.
Knife we found lodged in the dead body.
I don't know. Disguised dead body... Exploded body analysis... Her body remained on fire, not useful...
Would it be the fragments or is it something else?
Disguised dead body. What was that evaluation? Murder took place before the sprinklers turned on. Suspect covered the body with tarp. Later, when they removed the tarp, suspect placed a white jacket on the body. This had been previously treated with blood to make it look like the corpse had been wearing it. Well, what would be the point of covering it in blood and then stabbing the knife through? Because she would bleed out anyway, right? The body would bleed unless you drain the damn thing.
So a vampire did it.
So maybe getting stabbed there was the one right there? Which means the knife was thrust through the coat into the body. See, like that's what they're kind of getting at with that hint.
What else was there to contradict besides? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So it's true.
I think
It
it's
is the knife
Heroes.
of. I think there's only one other statement, which is Heroes, which we know Toko's is true.
Yeah,
That's
there we
right.
go.
It wasn't what killed her. Yeah.
Yeah, because it would be redundant to spray the coat with body, then put it on, then stab through it with a knife. Because the knife wouldn't be on the outside. So you'd have to stab through. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies. We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? killer covered the dead body with a tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that bloodstained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice, once to kill and once to cover it up.
Yes.
Victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. Is it this one?
Is it the
I guess
Monokuma
on a
or the body analysis?
A single time, yeah. Monokuma file clearly states there was only one stab wound.
Yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Knife.
It's just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploiting the body afterwards was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all the evidence of their crime.
So they want us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death and destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with the explosion anyway? Why'd that body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bother to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her we won't make any headway on this.
Only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? Fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like that somewhere before.
It's only natural because, of course, it's kind of like another alibi for us because there's no way we could have went to the gym, taken the bomb out of them, and then come back with the, we were still with the group, so there's no way we could install the bomb.
Could've gotten a different bomb.
It's the same bomb though, because they're missing the same piece.
No, I think
Debunked.
I think it's the same.
Debunked. We saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh, then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we suspect Makoto. And the one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Get that. Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine, I have no problem with that. Let's continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate.
Get into the zone.
Monokuma File 5 is all we got, huh?
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure, I guess.
Do we have to absorb something? Because that's usually what happens when we have the Monokuma file, the only bullet.
Oh, well, yeah, it's just totally but. Sorry.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? Then there's only one other thing.
According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Oh wait, that was that one I need. Shit. Knife was
Yeah,
a
'cause-
cover-up, and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh. That only leaves... Wait, maybe it is on the back of the head. Victim's fatal injury. Explosion. Knife. Hit on the back of her... There was evidence
Where do we
she
hit
was
that
hit on the
though?
back of her head.
Where do we use that though?
Maybe on Byakuya's statement? Countless wounds.
But that doesn't make sense.
You know, that makes sense.
Okay, let's see. The knife was a cover-up, and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh. The countless wounds were like from days ago, so they couldn't have been the. So
Yeah, and if
they're
it's Mukuro, it could be like scars.
I guess do we shoot Byakuya's fatal injury statement?
Yeah, with back on the head, I think. I think that's the only thing I could think of here.
Yeah.
It would be that or countless wounds.
Yeah.
But I think hit on the back of the head is probably more like, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Ding. Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
Then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe. It was the ghost of Mondo.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it will cave their skull completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
Efficient.
Yeah, perfect.
No way. The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Thanks, I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, spit on it, maybe cook it up later. With some okra.
Jeffrey Dahmer,
I
is
feel
that
the
you?
Same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
I didn't realize Jeffrey Dahmer's
They're really vibing.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
Sorry, I sent it to my dog. So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you deduced the real murder weapon.
The real murder weapon.
Those arrows, right?
I think it is the arrows. I was just kind of, trying to make it seem like a question. Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker dojo. The locker in the dojo, not the locker dojo. But a locker dojo would be pretty cool.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed, there's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey, how dare you talk to Master Master?
Oh, sorry.
You have no right.
I'm not bad talking anyone. I'm just saying what I think.
Don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret.
A titanium arrow. It was the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would be too thin.
Talking back to Master? You'll have no rest.
Shoot it! Shoot it!
Shoot her!
She
Shoot
becomes
her!
a demon.
If it was just enough, if it was just that titanium arrow, it wouldn't nearly be thick enough, which is why they used. You're right, just one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. Killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to the Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is that harsh? Were you even listening?
Not really.
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
Didn't we talk to her in the dojo?
We literally talked to you in
Yeah,
the dojo.
right?
This
We
is-
were in the dojo with
This is a
her.
pretty shitty lie. We literally explored it with her.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Oh yeah, we do. Get her. Oh,
What's the matter? Sure you don't intend to protect a murderer.
no, it's just, isn't this a little too incriminating?
You know what will happen if you do, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Wait, I have evidence in this case? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. Must be connected to the dojo locker.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's the chicken that opens the locker.
I knew it all along.
The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is the torn off chicken beak in the lock. Right here, the key to the door locker. The dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
You gotta have a key to get in the locker. Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempt to frame Makoto for the crime, this all proves you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Byakuya's kind of got our back here. He's like, you tried to guilt trip my homie here? You tried to like make him the culprit? Nah.
More like trying to guilt trip my crush.
Stay away from my husband.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
Man, Byakuya wants the only competition out. That's why
Yeah,
he's
just
trying
love-
so hard on this.
You want out of the love triangle.
I mean, it's
but
either
there's no way out.
it's either Makoto or I have to stick with Toko, and I think I know which one I prefer.
No, it's not that I want to defend her, it's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
Aww.
What? She was protecting me? Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And then she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you, don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it.
Let me save really quick.
Oh, right, because he has her key.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know?
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean?
Yeah, the mastermind?
I'm sure he'd like
Idiot!
to think he is.
You idiot! I
Yeah,
had no
right.
time. I had no time to
he
kill
was.
her. Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I had hid evidence of my crime in the dojo locker. And then left, correct? The locker key in my own room, correct? Can't read.
I know, it's hard.
But could I have really done that?
There's just like so many things like
Forgot.
going across the screen. Wait, Kyoko gave her room
Oh,
key to
dang.
Byakuya, right? Which would mean
Wait, yeah, she went in her room.
wait.
Yeah, I just said that like a minute ago.
Yeah, I also.
Byakuya, why would you incriminate yourself?
Oh, Byakuya, it's yeah.
I think you
What
have to
if
hit.
it
I think you have to
was?
hit his proof statement. That's not possible though, because I was with everyone the
Yeah,
entire
you were
time.
literally with everyone, so I don't know who it is.
I mean,
Unless it was Toko, and then Toko.
Wait, is
Kyoko
it
was with
Byakuya's
the-
statement?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there we
when
go.
exactly the body died?
We already established that.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get in her room.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
See, so I see. So that's what you meant. If I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in.
Seem we've turned this love triangle around.
Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. But
Oh
this,
yeah, the master key she
this
has.
just isn't like her. Try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier?
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
Mastermind's trap. Mastermind's trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie? I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? Oh, why am I repeating stuff? Mastermind's trap?
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if the risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong?
What do I do? Oh, wait, is this where I make the decision?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let me see.
Although,
Jesus
if you make the wrong,
Christ.
make the wrong choice, it just resets you back.
No, it doesn't. Well, it does, but oh, okay. I see what you're doing. So, let's pursue the lie. Wait, run away?
I like Runaway.
Run away, get
yeah,
the
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
obviously running away is not gonna work.
Yeah,
because Monokuma would just.
Let's pursue the lie.
Alright.
That's very short, but it gives stuff. There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie then?
Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be because there's some deeper truth she wants to keep hidden.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You're correct.
So I couldn't have possibly gotten into my
There we
room.
go.
Then when we searched Kyoko's room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only explanation.
Kyoko herself told me before the trial started that she'd stolen something very important from the headmaster's room.
Oh.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the master
Yeah.
key.
I love how the game gives us the answers.
Well, you're too stupid to figure it out the first time.
No, Kyoko could have gotten in her room. You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
What?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room and lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing?
No, I simply recognize that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it. So I lost. That's all this means.
Huh? Then are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Ah, damn.
Shit.
Nick?
Nichols.
Nickelodeon.
Sorry about that.
Huh? Oh. Your line's already gone. Oh, there it is.
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up. All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous. Since when is there any...
It's because you were late. Late. So the trial started late, and time ran out.
What?
So then it's time for voting. Okay, everyone, please vote using the lever in front of
He
you.
really wants to kill Kyoko.
But I guess, we already know who the blackened is, don't we? Go with your heart.
Fuck hearts.
Jesus Christ.
Kingdom
no.
Hearts?
He really wants to kill her.
Good job, you got it right. Brilliantly right.
We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko!
I've prepared an extra special punishment this time. Is everyone ready? Okay then. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
The fuck?
Oh, if you haven't seen one of these,
I'm not okay with this.
Is this the bad ending?
Might
You'll
be.
see. Also, I see it's almost time for us to like play the what's that game that you guys
First class
are doing?
trouble.
Right. There's not much time. There's not much time left in this trial, so we might be a few minutes late. But
Yeah, it's up to you guys. We want to
Or
tough
we
this
can,
one
like,
out,
we can-
or leave it at this.
yeah, this
conclusion.
You'll see.
This is the weirdest cliffhanger ever, but I mean, we could.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, this would be a nice stopping off point. Well, actually, once we get back.
Yeah, I would say this is a good place to stop.
Yeah, well, not here, but just like you'll see what I mean.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like I had this nightmare before.
Nah, my nightmares
about
usually,
to do
my
something.
nightmares
It's
usually
very
just involve
specific.
staying in the.
She's turning purple. She's
Yeah.
turning blue.
Yeah, that's not what anime characters do when they become afraid.
God.
Oh my god, that sound was the worst.
Well, I've been watching the Higurashi reboot. I'm fine.
And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent, or regardless, the truth was lost forever, even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once the case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope Speak Academy ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others.
And we also bred.
What the fuck?
All of them end up having kids with.
Coco just straight dies.
Yeah,
Gangbang of Hina going on here.
Good
What
lord.
the hell?
I think
Coco?
she probably killed herself when she heard Hina was pregnant.
Hina probably killed herself shortly after this picture.
I can't. What's happening?
They all
Oh
have a
my
kid.
god.
She was like,
we
Master.
are never going to question this
like-
until like 10 seconds later.
She's like,
Why
Master
is
had
Coco
a
dead?
Master had a baby with that witch. I'll jump off the building. I'm done.
Okay, 10 seconds have passed.
She probably jumped into the man-eating plant. That's probably what happened.
How am I gonna miss Tuesday? God.
Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. I like how they all have like, he has like a little Naegi hoodie too. Makoto hoodie. It's cute.
Yeah,
Fucked
like, where
up,
did he
but
get the
cute.
little, the
Oh.
small
I
hoodie?
love how the hair is
Oop.
just genetic.
This is
I mean,
hope?
it is.
Oh, thank God.
No, this isn't right.
Oh,
Makoto,
This
what are you
This
daydreaming?
isn't the future I want.
Wait, that's
Wow,
what
so it just takes you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh my God. Oh.
Makoto, why are you staring off into space?
Oh,
Don't you ever
worst
rebuttal
fantasy
freaking out
Oh,
the
ever.
play.
thank God.
Sorry.
I picked the wrong one.
What is up with your
My
what is up with your fantasy, bro?
Makoto's-
Why did you picture us gangbanging Hina?
Makoto's like, where's the
Holy
bathroom?
Shit, that was the worst dream we've ever had. Okay, all right.
Kyoko's
I
claim?
formed a poly relationship with everyone, and it was great.
Yeah.
No, nope, that wasn't what I wanted. Nope.
Oh, that's right. I have to do the thing. Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not?
All right,
If you-
do we want to
Do we
stop?
want to stop here?
Yeah, I think we need to. Some of us are
Yeah,
jumping off.
do you want to stop here or do you want to go back to the decision point first and stop?
Oh
and
my
stay?
God.
It doesn't really matter.
I guess so.
Glad it
but-
was all a
I feel
dream.
like this is a good place to stop because it'll be a good refresher.
This totally broke me. I can't.
I
yeah,
mean-
that sounds like the title of a YouTube video.
I mean, this could be some. This is a subjective statement. Maybe the dangerous future is what she wants us to pick here.
Holy
My
shit.
God, that was
We
weird.
took a chance, and we took a chance on freaking Hina having kids with everybody.
God, I love how he's like, wait a minute, I had a baby with Hina? No.
Why would you want to raise kids in that environment anyway?
You can't
We
leave.
have to repopulate
Where
the
are they getting all their food?
I'm assuming they don't have birth control or something, and they got really bored.
There's
Yeah,
a like.
I'm
drugs
sure
except
there's
for
a
poison
6-digit
pen.
number on Yentai that can detail this incredible
Probably.
situation, but
My lord.
I'm obviously not gonna link
I
it.
just it didn't feel right giving you guys the whole playthrough and just omit this ending. You know, it's
I
just
know.
it's very very
that
crucial
was-
future.
Do you get an achievement for
Thanks
that
for
ending?
not sparing me.
been
Usually, usually you do. I don't think I got a trophy for it, but I did on the PS Vita. I remember.
Yeah, I know. It's like I feel like I do remember the PC version having. I thought the PC version had an achievement for that too, but
Yeah.
I don't know the PS5 version. Or
I don't know.
PS4.
Well, that was fun.
All right.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
We'll finish this trial.
Sounds good.
If anybody wants to catch up, you know, we got the YouTube. We got the YouTube now. That's up. You know.
Yeah, I'll
That's where the-
probably watch it before Thursday.
where the
'cause
recordings
I need to know
are.
what happens.
But all right. The final trial will be uploaded next week.
All right.
Bye, guys.
See you
See ya.
Alrighty, bye.
Quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
Night.